Netflix is causing a stir out there. It seems that in the world of weird collabs, we've got a new one. Netflix has a new action comedy adventure that is titled, wait for it, Trader Joe's and the Adventure of a Lifetime. They have made an actual movie adventure out of the life of Trader Joe, completely fictional, of course. Now, I don't know what people are going to think of this, but we've got a review of the actual movie here in a second. We're going to read to you and show you where to go to find out about it. But first, just absorb this. There is a movie, and it is an adventure and a comedy, and it is about a store, a grocery store. That's what they've done. So let me tell you what Streaming Utopia says about it. StreamingUtopia.com always has all the inside details on streaming shows, and here they break down the plot and they give you a little review of sorts. So they say that it is quite a bit more than just a glorified commercial. It is actually pretty entertaining, in fact, maybe very entertaining, depending on how big a fan you are of Trader Joe's as a rule. And here's a quote from the review. The character of Joe is true to our image of the place. Funny, a little odd, always has a wink, demands the absolute best as a spice hunter and a chef, in the middle of nowhere making the best of having few supplies. It's an odd juxtaposition of Indiana Jones adventurer and demanding chef, but it works. Joe has fallen in love with the exotic and now lives in a tiny Amazon village. He's making time now and then to travel all over the globe to pick up desperately needed supplies to return to his shop, where he serves great BBQ food out of the back of the wood-made hut. It's an insane origin story for one of America's best-known brands. And it seems like they like it. If you want to read the full review and see what they have there at streamingutopia.com. And they were not paid by Trader Joe or Netflix on this. It's their own rundown and review independent.
People, this thing actually has Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Trader Joe. I mean, it's kind of incredible. I mean, if they're going to have ads, I don't know if they have to do ads. I don't know what their business is really like. But if they have to do ads, this is way, way better than a commercial. This is apparently a full-on feature movie with action and comedy. And Dwayne "The frickin' Rock" Johnson.
I am against all this. This is not right. Because movies are not commercials, and yes, I know they made Barbie and Transformers and even like board games like Clue and all that. Wow. As I listed off, it does seem like anything can be a movie, but it just seems that this, could be going too far. Unless, I would like it if it were really violent. That would be fun. It's Trader Joe as like a John Wick guy who kills everyone and has wisecracks. If they cut off people's heads, then it would be really good because it would not be wholesome in any way. And that's what I go for. Generally speaking,
I'm going to stay open-minded is all I'm saying. If something is funny and fun, that is all that matters for me in the movie world.
This Trader Joe's movie is going to cause arguments.
I'm not sure I like this, obviously. For me to like something, it has to have a story and characters and comedy and fun. But let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. If Netflix really made a Trader Joe's movie and their Trader Joe's movie is actually good, then who cares what the basis of the movie is? Nowadays, everything is a movie. I'm pretty sure they're making Tampon: The Female Experience as a new movie. I mean, no one cares where the idea comes from. It's just, is it good?
No, hear me out. They did it wrong because it could be Trader Joe as a terribly violent, almost horror movie. That would be genius. Trader Joe has to kill people to bring you great affordable food. It's great. It would point the finger at capitalism, so like young people would love that. If there's no shocking violence, then young people won't like it.
You're terrible. I would just like to see a joke where Trader Joe's deliberately hides away all the good stuff that people like and the bastard won't let the people have what they want. He pushes like the pumpkin Wensleydale cheese pasta, but you can never get the Kringle or the really good caramel sauce. He hides that stuff.
So if the jokes are good and actually make me laugh, I would like it. Or if it were really violent, yeah, I do like that idea. Like Trader Joe has to get this shit or people will die. He has to get a special herb that will help people survive a terrible disease. So to save people, Joe goes on a killing spree and has to take out like dozens of people. GTA style, to save the world. It's the irony of it. People would love that.
He like kills all the gluten-free people so he doesn't have to stock that stuff.
This Trader Joe's movie is going to cause arguments.
I love all the pumpkin stuff, the pumpkin flavored stuff. And their Indian food, I buy that. It's very good.
Don't get Indian food at the grocery store. You have to make it fresh or go to a legit restaurant. You cannot get frozen Indian food.
I don't know how to make Indian food, and I don't have a restaurant that I can easily get to. I don't see what's wrong with buying it. You are way off.
See, I told you this Trader Joe's movie is going to cause arguments. It's already causing problems. But before we get too far off fighting about what is good and what is not at Trader Joe's, I want to add in that the Trader Joe's movie has Ryan Reynolds as the bad guy, right? He plays $1 Jim, who is a dollar store owner whose store is this rundown, like almost dangerous shop in the Amazon village, and it sells all terrible things, and the food is awful, and it's borderline poison, and he hates Joe, and they are big rivals and all that.
They say in the review, it seems like it is actually funny and not as hokey as you might think. It's just a funny adventure, and it just has Trader Joe's Easter eggs in it. Like at one point, a character farts, and they say, oh, it smells like organic, eco-friendly beans. So it's things
A
like
joke
that.
that they could have is Joe kills all the union organizers. That would be so good. It's like Jumanji, but with a conscience about the working class. So that's a goddamn good pitch right there.
None of that happens. That is completely made up.
I think this should have been a sex comedy. All the soccer moms and the organic gluten-free foodie women are like wanting to get with Trader Joe. Like everyone wants to sleep with him, and he does. He has thousands of wives and has to hide it from the public. They won't buy his goods. His name will be ruined. So that could be good. It wouldn't be on Netflix, though. It would be Pornhub. Pornhub presents Trader Joe's the movie. That sounds terrible. I take it back.
All right. In another part, they got outfitted with all their weapons from a local rundown gun shack, and then later in a big battle, they cannot find the ammo that they need while they're under attack from bandits. And one of the helpers with Joe goes, yeah, you could only get them for a limited time. I thought I read that. It's not in there. The Netflix idea for Trader Joe totally works, but our ideas are better. Yes, they would alienate 90% of their audience, but the critics would actually love this edgy stuff. And that's what should really matter to Trader Joe, not just making like tasty, affordable food. Making a great movie. You don't see Whole Foods grocery stores making an edgy mass decapitation adventure comedy. No, sir. Trader Joe's.
Okay, well,
fearless.
whatever we might say, the Trader Joe's movie is soon to be streaming at Netflix. If you want to see details and previews and that kind of thing, go to streamingutopia.com. You won't be able to see it anywhere else. Streamingutopia.com, and that'll do it. Till next time, go see
We'll
something
have to see
cool,
it.
Catch you
people.
later, everybody. Keep an open mind.